Sanjay, good to see you. So this is a lot of growth. And it says, I guess, a lot about continuing enterprise and business demand. What was particularly important about these numbers, do you think?
Morning, John and Deidre. Thank you for having me on. Yeah, this is, RESPECT for Satya and the team. I think for anybody who's a student of business and management, it's a really good opportunity to read through the transcript. The highlight obviously was that 49% growth in Azure. You remember Microsoft had a worse performance than NASDAQ year to date. So in a white knuckle environment, Satya really calmed the tempest yesterday. And I was most impressed. We can talk more about it, but the Azure growth, but across the portfolio and almost he put on a clinical case study of all of his key product areas that are doing very well. With just a few blemishes, I think he's got a tremendous portfolio, and the breadth of the portfolio is what's really standing out at this point.
So what's the read through to ServiceNow? Different, not dealing with infrastructure in the same way, but trying to build out the sort of enterprise software platform of the future for getting things done?
Yeah, I think the read-through is for these bigger companies, you don't want to be tailgated by them. I mean, Microsoft, you just look at the way in which they've just come from behind in many categories. I look, for example, at the way in which I get incoming requests for video communications from Zoom versus Teams. 3-4 years ago, it was all Zoom, and now a lot of my enterprise customers ping me Teams. I think the good news for ServiceNow is they're in a very strong position where they're not competing with AWS, Azure, and Google. They've created a workflow platform that is they've got a good moat there for Service Desk. And they're now, as they approach the customer service opportunity, they're really competing more with Salesforce. I expect continued growth for them, and they're trading already to good multiples. So they've got a strong position in the market. I expect good results from them.
So what is the potential upside then? Are we looking for the Europe effect not being too great? Are we looking for bookings continuing to be strong? What would impress in names like ServiceNow, in names like Salesforce, as we listen through to what they have to say?
I think in their categories, they clearly have got a strong position. Salesforce, obviously now, you'll be looking at the integration of Slack and how is that going, and are they continue to grow organically, or is it just growing from acquisitions? ServiceNow has not done any big acquisitions at some point in time. I know Bill McDermott too well. At some point in time, I think there will be M&A. This is a good environment for M&A, so I'll be certainly looking at, are they looking for the bolder acquisitions of the past? Frank Slootman had looked away from that. But I think there's enough TAM between those two companies to really expand in the front office, and these are much, a tenth of the market cap of the bigger marketplace. So I think there's a lot of opportunity in both the IT opportunity for ServiceNow as they now approach the potential front office, and in Salesforce as they really build a front office player. And the same thing applies to many of the other players that are smaller. I'm optimistic, for example, in the mid-market area about companies like HubSpot that are kind of trying to do what Salesforce is doing, but in the mid-market.
Sanjay, we've had good cloud results from Google and Microsoft. AWS is up next with Alphabet Thursday. What do you think we need to hear from them? And also, it was interesting on the Alphabet call how the team talked about their acquisition of Mandiant, giving them a better competitive edge in this market. Are you surprised that we haven't seen the same kind of M&A activity from Amazon? Do you think that could that be an opportunity as we see valuations come down?
Yeah, I think when you look at the collective run rate of Amazon, Azure, and Google, it's about $140 billion now, growing, 43%. That's incredible. I've not seen a phenomenon like this in my lifetime. It's incredible. So I expect, hopefully, that they're going to see that continued growth that they showed last quarters. The last few quarters, they've been accelerating. So they're about a $70 billion run rate company, growing 39%. I'll be watching their growth rate numbers. I think the key thing for them will be, are they showing continued growth in the enterprise? I think what's happening is a lot of the startups, I think AWS has about 2 million customers, a lot of the startups have picked AWS, but it's very clear the Fortune 500 and the Fortune 100 are leaning even more towards Azure. So I'll be looking very closely to see how AWS does. On M&A, Deidre, they've traditionally been a much more organically developed company with tuck-in acquisitions. So we'll have to see if they change that mold under the new leadership of Adam Selipsky.
Is there a target maybe in the enterprise space that could help them better compete with Microsoft?
In the infrastructure part, if you divide cloud into 3 layers, infrastructure, platform, and SaaS, in infrastructure, they've got a tremendous head start. Even if Azure continues that growth rate, it's going to take 6 or 7 years before they catch up with AWS because they're just so far ahead of them. Platform, they've got some holes, but I think the organic level. The key question will be in those SaaS applications. Do they want to make a difference? I've personally, I mean, all due respect to my friend Andy Jassy, I don't like Chime that much. I prefer Zoom. They probably should have bought Zoom before the pandemic. But there are examples like that where in their portfolio, if they were judicious about the application space, there could be areas there. But I think the key question for Amazon is, does M&A work in their culture? So far, they've been a lot more of a tuck-in, smaller M&A type of deals, and they've done very well there, whether it's Annapurna, the first chip acquisition. So we'll have to see whether this changes. I think as it relates to Mandiant, you could also see cybersecurity becoming a very important piece of the portfolio, not just for Google, but also for Microsoft. $15 billion growing 45%. So does AWS do more in security remains to be seen.